Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi si j'entends tout autour de moi. Hello Elite, moi Lolita. Moi je m'appelle Lolita, collégienne au bas, bleu de méthylène. Moi je m'appelle Lolita, coléreuse et pas mi-coton, mi-laine. Oh, tu sais, bouge qui dit pas à maman que je suis un phénomène. Je m'appelle Lolita, de philo, amours diluviennes. C'est pas ma faute. Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi si j'entends tout autour de moi. Hello Elite, moi Lolita. C'est pas ma faute. Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi si j'entends tout autour de moi. Hello Elite, moi Lolita. C'est pas ma faute. Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi si j'entends tout autour de moi. Hello Elite, moi Lolita. C'est pas ma faute. Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi si j'entends tout autour de moi. Hello Elite, moi Lolita. C'est pas ma faute. Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi si j'entends tout autour de moi. Hello Elite, moi Lolita. C'est pas ma faute. Et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi si j'entends tout autour de moi. Hello Elite, moi Lolita.
You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right.
You're watching Indie Comic Outliers with Al Azmat.
German sits with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Alas, mud fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see. It's about what fun could be. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann.
I can't sleep, 'cause it's burning deep inside. Like gasoline on fire, running wild. No more fear, 'cause I'm getting closer now. So unreal, but I like it anyhow. I go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and I can't live in a fairy tale race, and I can't hide from the feeling 'cause it's right, and I go faster and faster and faster and faster for life. I can't live in a fairy tale race.
Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Thursday evening. It is Thursday evening. Yes, and my camera's not on. Oh, wait, actually, it's supposedly on. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Okay, there's the regular camera, but no, we want the side camera. We want the one that captures to my best side. There we go. That's the camera we want. The one that's realistic. And I got Prime stupid icon highlighted. There we go. How's everybody today? I'm seeing all the hate that you put in the chat. I see everybody is on form. Shocker. Absolute shocker. We got KSS with his usual banter. He's asking, why did I use Rawhead for the thumb? That's not Rawhead. Kissy, that's Cathy. You don't play with me tonight. You ain't playing with me tonight. You're on my shit list, KSS. You are my shit list tonight. Yes, you are. For everything you've done. I know what you did last night, too. I heard about it. So you're on my shit list. We have ha ha, ha. What in the gay is happening? He's asking. We're gonna find out. We got a whole hour and a half, maybe two, to go into the gay. So yes, Desert Nomad says, "Hail the chat. Good seeing you, Desert Nomad. Welcome to the stream." Linkovich says, "I knew Eliza would eventually run out of shit and have to cover Kathy." Oh no, there's a reason we're covering Kathy. It was brought to my attention by none other than Paul Ravoch. And yeah, we're gonna do this. I was like, should I do Kathy? Should I cover Kathy? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna cover Kathy. You know why? Because it's gonna piss off the right people, and it's gonna really drive the point home. So we're gonna do that. Absolutely. And you can't bully me because I'm on the stream right now. It's my platform. I bully you. I bully all you people with your spears. That's right, your spears. I see the spears you have. So not tonight. Not tonight, Satan. Not tonight. Gizzivus wants to mic closer. Okay, let's do that. If you all saw what my table looked like, you'd probably have me lynched, like all you people do with your colors. Yes, but okay, it should be louder now. We got John Donald Kirby in the chat with his usual, oh, Iro. You be nice, John Donald, tonight. You be nice to me. Kirbish. Should I call him John Donald or should I call him Kirbish? Because I ain't call him JD Kirby. No, I'm changing your name, John Donald. Or is it Kirbish? I don't know. I still got to read your book, though. So I haven't forgotten. As a matter of fact, I got it right here. Let me get it. Where is it? Where's Puppet? I have it here somewhere. It's here. It's in my pile somewhere. In my pile of books that I gotta read. So I gotta read it. I will read it. It's here somewhere. It's in my pile here. So I got it. I haven't forgotten. But Kirbish, you in your best behavior, pal. I see you. I watch you very closely. Did I say Linkovich his name? I did. He said something. I just ignored it. KSS is asking shitless. You're confusing me with Twitless. Okay, have you seen Twitless, KSS? Have you seen Twitless? He's yay tall. If I put him in my shit list, you're never gonna see me alive again. So no, I'm picking on you. Vinzingers is no audio. I can see the 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 meter on my OBS, which tells me that there's clearly audio. So you ain't gonna hurt me tonight. Yes, K says a Cathy. Ah, yes, that's her signature line. Ah! Because she's always she's got anxiety. I don't know if they've officially said it, but she deals with uh the typical working woman problems, the average American woman problems kind of thing. I guess that's why it took off. That's why it made the artist Cathy. I think I said her last name like Guisewite or Guisewite. I think it's Guisewite. I think that's how you say her last name. But it made her rich. So yeah, we're gonna cover it. We're gonna go into it because you know, no one would ever say that artwork was good, but yet she made bank on it. That is the power and the beauty of indie comics, and real indie comic, like the outlier side, which is what we cover, because it's such a broad spectrum. And that's been my point the last 2 years doing these streams, is that the art in indie comics is a broad spectrum. There's weirdo um, focusing on a tiny, minute sector of what is supposed to be indie comics is insane. So this right now, talking about Cathy, is going to demolish that. And we're gonna really just hit the point home with this. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do Kathy, meaning we're gonna cover Kathy. Let me make that clear. We're gonna cover it, and yeah, we're gonna drive this point home and have this conversation, have this discussion. So, yes, KSS is Aunt Jemima. Yes, that was a wonderful woman. You better thank Aunt Jemima because without her, you guys wouldn't have Sunday morning pancakes. your pancakes Sunday morning would not be what it is now. So you should thank Aunt Jemima. She made you have wonderful, delicious Sunday morning pancakes. So there you go. Banker said, "How you still have 10 people watching after that intro is a mystery for the ages." It was 11. Oh, now it's 15. So there you go. There you go. Yeah. Um, I think I went backwards in the chat. Okay, let me go forward in the chat because that was an older chat. But um, okay, there we go. Let's see. Hold on. Monomachus, a CG documentary. Oh, you mean my Dungeoneers documentary? Yeah, I'm still working on that. Actually, I'm also doing an Ed Piscor documentary, which is not really like I'm just taking all the information that I've already covered from like a few years ago, compiling it into one video with some updated information, and just do a long form video on that, and have it ready for the unfortunate anniversary of Piscor's passing. Because I think the message should never be forgotten. It should never be forgotten. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. KSS is asking, was Cathy in the underground? She was in the Daily Paper. So the when I say indie comic outlier, it doesn't necessarily mean underground. It means independent and outside of what is generally considered to be mainstream standard. No one will look at Cathy and say that's mainstream standard. Far from it. But it was one of a trend of Sunday morning comic strip, so the newspaper strips that really set the standard for what Scott McCloud will talk about in terms of like the simplicity of artwork and why it resonated with so many people. Because the simpler the art, the more the reader was asked to identify with the personality of the character. And Cathy is a wonderful example of that lesson that Scott McCloud was talking about. So let's see. KSS. Okay, I'm not saying the D word, KSS. That's a bannable offense. Monomachus, stop with the LOLing. Stop it. TOS violation, pal. Stop it. So, let's see. I'm just okay. I think I'm caught up. I'm caught up in the chat. So, and you can see on the sidebar there, the chat there, to verify that I have caught up with the chat. Because now we have Kissifus spamming the chat with Colorform's name. Don't invoke Colorform. Let her be. Let her be her. Let her Colorform somewhere else for today. I want to be at peace. KSS. I want peace. I want stability. I want a direction and focus. And we're not gonna ruin that. Not by you. Not by nobody. I ain't do nothing. So you know your space. John Donald says 34 years. That's how long the Cathy strip lasted. And yeah, 34 long years inhabiting our newspapers and making the artist a lot of money. And Cathy ended up branching out into cartoons. I don't think a movie was made, but definitely cartoons. There was a few cartoon specials that were made. I think one of them won an Emmy Award, I believe. But here's the thing, and this is where a lot of these indie comic artists really like for today really got to swallow their ego. And I've talked about this because a lot of them are banking on their artwork being their sole career, and artists are done what does in this space and beyond. So you need to have like a real job in addition to your artwork to maintain. Don't just rest all your laurels on just the artwork. So Guisewite, she was uh I think she was in marketing. That was her day job. And then she at night or in the evening she would work on her Cathy strips and yeah, it did the trick for her. It made her a lot of money. I can't she made I think what okay, I checked it out. She made about like 50 grand a year for Cathy. And then she quit. Once she was making enough money to sustain herself with the strips, then she quit her daytime job and focused solely on the strips. So, but yeah, it was very popular among women because it was a basic reflection of American daily life, like going to work and dating problems or dating life and all that stuff, and um, it resonated. Sometimes, like when you do a comic, some reflecting a basic lifestyle of Americana is all it takes to just get you blown up. It's not always about the cape shit. It's not always about like um action or science fiction, whatever. It's just something as simple as just um, a normal life with problems. One way to look at Kathy is she's like the inverse of Dilbert. Dilbert's kind of the same thing. It's a guy who goes to the office. He's got a jury life, and it's a commentary on that. Kathy is the same way. People in the chat are going ack ack ack. You know who says ack ack? The Martians from Mars Attacks, and they came out with a the Blu-ray of it. Mars Attacks. There was a nice little cover in Walmart for it, and I'm thinking to myself, what is stopping me from buying it? Oh yeah, I didn't really like the movie. I wasn't. No, I wanted to like it. I really wanted to like it. Like I came in, I went to the theater and I was like, I wanted to like it. Uh, I'm not saying people don't like it. It has a cult following. I wanted more from that movie. Like I went in there and like the alien kills were kind of cool, but it's like all the people in the movie were kind of like dicks. All of them. It's like I couldn't root for any of them, and it just like it veered to like a an avenue that I was like, yeah, I didn't like it. So it's like you know, and I wanted to like it. Don't get me wrong, I wanted to like it, but it's like so much that could have happened, but I didn't think it was silly enough. I really didn't. I'm just giving my opinion. I didn't think it was silly enough. Like I wanted to be more sillier, but I don't know. And I wanted to be more gorier too. But I guess I wanted more like more human relatability. That's what was missing in that. So I don't know. I'm just telling you what I thought of that movie. People like it, and that's fine. But I, you know, maybe I gotta watch it again. Maybe I have to give it another watch. Who knows? That was so many years since I've seen it, but I didn't hate it. It's just I was like, oh, I felt like a little underwhelmed by it. That's all. Um. Anyway, so KSS says she's an old horse on the way to the glue factory. Who is? Who are you talking about? Oh, never mind. I see it. Okay, I see it. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Yes. Cathy was a one-trick pony. All she did was bitch about women problems and being fat, and it made the artist a lot of money. Guess what? That's what we talk about. That's before anybody says not all women. Generalities are true for a reason. Okay, there's always exceptions, but in general, women do talk about that. And at the time when it came out, there was nothing in the media that reflected or spoke to women about that. So she hit gold because it was like at the right time. Like I said, same thing with Dilbert. Same thing. It was just a strip that reflected a demographic that felt they weren't represented, and it just like yes, I want that, and I want to like get into that. So, well, we got a $5 super chat from Blasian One. Thank you, Blasian. I appreciate that. I feel like I feel like I've done something to earn that. I know I did. And anybody says no, they're getting banned. So, but thank you for that. He says, "Let's help this man." Wait, what man? Who? Who? There's only me. There's not nobody here needs help. It's only me. There's nobody else. I don't see what man. What are you talking about? What man? I'm the only man here, and I don't need help. But I appreciate the $5. Like that's gonna help me with my trust fund. And it's gonna help me with my retirement. So that way, when I retire and I find I have nothing saved up in the bank, I have $5 to at least humor me until I'm out in the street and fighting for that apple on the stand. So I appreciate that, Mike Blasey. Thank you so much for that. That was heartwarming. It really was. There you go. Okay. So, Meme Lord Woodrow. I didn't say hi to him. So, I apologize, Meme Lord, for not shouting you out. He says, Shigama, I'm dead right now. Oh, my condolences. Anyway, so, you know what I was doing before the stream started, right? I was working on the Peanut Gambit Rogue drawing that I did from like a couple months back when Wiggle, usurped the vote from me. Damn Wiggle. Anyway, so I did this. I was working on thickening the lines a bit and adding a little more detail to Rogue's hair. Nothing major, just to tighten up a bit, make it more, um, you know, make it stand out more. And maybe I'll do like a little background to it and then add the titles on it, and then that'll be it. So I was like, yeah, I said let me go back and revisit this. I just feel like I need to revisit it. I mean, well, no, but I don't want to get too detailed with it. But I said let me go revisit this, and then I will probably either sell it or hang it up somewhere in a gallery. Who knows? But it will get seen for sure. Um, Ken says I'm writing comic strip about a lesbian Puerto Rican who was fired on. You know what Kat says? You keep running that slander to the ground, and someone's gonna get hurt by it. Someone's gonna get seriously hurt, and I pray tell it won't be you. 'Cause you know not what you do. You know not what you do. Everybody else, Cthulhu says, Prime would say Shigima. Yes, he would. He would say that because he's Primathor. That's what he does. He does Primathor things, and I can't help him. Like I bring him on, and I just can't help him. What do you want to tell you? What do you want me to do? I just can't. Like I really can't. I wish you understand, but I don't think you understand. I think you blame me for Prime's shortcomings. It's not right. Be better. That's all I'm going to say to you. Be better. But yeah, thank you for participating. That was incredible. It really was. Um, Hold on, I'm just trying to get this thing going here. I think I got it. I think I do. Let me see. No, I don't. I don't. I got it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, uh, I am caught up in the chat. Yeah, Shigima. He said Shigima. He did. Prime said Shigima. So that was a thing. I can't help him. I want to try to, but I can't. So but he did say that. He did say the thing. So, let's see. Okay, I'm trying to open up the image thing here. Is this okay, let me try this again. Let me try this again. Again. There we go. Okay, good. I got it. All right. I was just getting we only got like 4 or 5 pictures to show because there's not much variety in the art. We could probably just keep it on one drawing if we wanted to. So let's see. We have okay. There we go. So actually, let me put this behind the template. There we go. Okay. So that right there is the artist Cathy Guisewite. Jeez, I hope I said her name right. But yeah, that's her in her earlier years, next to a large cutout of her creation, Cathy. Gifford says, "Wow, the sexism has already started." Not by me, Gifford. Not by me. So I don't know what you're talking about. You can miss me with your division and your isms and your ableisms and your pentampolisms and whatever phobias you want to put upon me. But I'm diverse here. I'm diverse. Always has. Beaver says the style here there looks a lot like Peanuts. Well, I was interesting you said it because I was thinking about, and there she is again in her room drawing. I'll get to that in a second. But I was thinking about doing like a compilation stream of this and Peanuts, and then I was like, you know what? No, just stick to one topic with this because um, it'll keep the conversation focused, and then that gives you more material for future streams. But yeah, no one's gonna say this artwork is beautiful. I remember in my back and forth with Gabe Al Taib about a month ago when he was like saying how beautiful the artwork for Peanuts was, and I'm like, I like the artwork, but it's only beautiful because of the story, and it was a weird back and forth, but no one's gonna look at this and think that this is anything near artistic or beautiful or whatever the case is by itself, but it goes to show you that the story really elevates the art and it gives the art character. Are we going to cover Mary Worth next Thursday? Have you seen the artwork from Mary Worth? It's almost industry standard. I'm not doing Mary Worth. I may at some point I may do Beetle Bailey. I may do Far Side. People have been asking about Calvin and Hobbes. I may do a Calvin and Hobbes someday. So I've been getting requests for those. Massive Panda says that style of drawing was pretty popular in newspaper strip style comics for years. Reminds me of Garfield, Foxtrot, and a handful of others. Yeah, this is the style, the standard comedic comics of the newspaper era. And Massive Panda, I know you asked before about Pumpkin War Patch, so yes, I'm still waiting to hear back from somebody. If I don't get anything, I should have something by Monday or Tuesday the latest in terms of what the stuff's going to be in terms of printing the books. But I'm going to have the PDF sent to you though. So at the very least, you'll have your PDFs, and then I'm going to go ahead and check about what I'm gonna do in terms of getting the books printed. So that is something that I will have final by next week. Okay, so just hang in there, hang in there. You get your books for sure, 100%. And then once this problem is resolved, the next issues after this won't be this much of a lag because I'll have everything already set in stone. But yes, Timothy is asking for Calvin and Hobbes. So Meme Lord Woodruff says Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go? I wasn't singing that song. Well, I guess you were. So what do I care, right? What does it matter to me? What does it matter to me? Gifford says Cathy was the D words beat Bible growing up. Where's the punchline there? See, Gifford, if you're gonna be all like being nasty with me and what have you, you gotta have a punchline. Where's your punchline, Gifford? Do you have a punchline? No, I don't think you do. You're never do. It's fine. Um, Vinziger says Katie's art looks very. You mean Cathy's? Cathy. Cathy. Yeah, art looks very nice. I mean, I like it. I like it. I mean, you know me. My spectrum for fun art is broad. So you know me. Why are you guys singing? What is that Beach Boys song? Kokomo. Why are you singing Kokomo? What? It's. What was the context in terms of bringing that up in the chat? I didn't say anything in the stream about what they probably have AIDS. Um, Gifford says that you're a woman. Aha! Aha, Gifford! Aha! That's so witty. You're such a witty person, Gifford. I bet you thought that by yourself, and you put yourself in the back and you said, "I'm gonna do stand up because I'm talented." I bet you thought you were talented when you typed that up, right, Gifford? Okay, you're your own biggest fan. I see that. KSS says Kathy reminds me of Angela. I don't know, take that, but okay. Ligovish says Ethan is the Mike Love of CG, and he wishes he was Brian Wilson. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so Angela didn't yell at me, says KSS, for saying that. She's obviously not lurking. Totally not. Vince says, I think it's beautiful. It reminds me of this art style from the Tootsie Pop commercial. Oh, I remember those commercials. The Tootsie Pop, yeah. How many licks does it take to get to a Tootsie Pop? And the Great Owl said 3. But he bit that third one, so it really took 2 licks. Oh, no, he licked the third one. Never mind. No, he did. He licked it 3 times, then he bit into it. So, yeah, he said 3. He said 3. So. You guys already have my throat scratching already. It's already scratching. Here's the typical panel from the Cathy strip, and I don't need to show this. This is all I need to show because oh wait, put it right there. No, here. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Okay. I'm being fair to the chat so we can see the chat. No, you're not ruffling, Gifford. You're not lamowing. There's no lamowing or ruffling, and me, Lord Woodrow, we don't limfoul. There's no limfouling here. Sound but the limfouls. And there's certainly no limbows. So don't get cute. We're not the limbows. It's odd that she drew herself insert chubbier. Um, I think it was a way to kind of get away from being accused of that, of doing herself insert, but she may have been chubby back then. Who knows? Or I don't know. What I don't know. Well, I mean, that could be it. She was probably giving representation of the average woman, which is definitely what the comic strip is about. It's about the average woman. So, that I'm guessing visually she was trying to capture that. So that is the thing. Timothy, no ruffling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you by your government name. Timothy! Stop the ruffling. Stop the ruffling. And now we got the raffle copters in the chat. You know, guys, I'll just cancel the stream and you'll never hear from me again. I'll just shut it up and you'll never hear from me again. And you guys have your Thursday night doing whatever you want. Because I don't gotta be here entertaining you at all. Nuts to this. I don't gotta do this. But yeah, this is Cathy, and that is her boyfriend who would later become her husband. What the heck was his name? Irwin. Okay, Irving. Yes, Irving. Got it. Her boyfriend slash husband's name was Irving. And yeah, she was in a monogamous relationship with this character, and it resonated with people. I'm telling you, it was just a basic reflection of the average American woman, and it resonated. So, and I can tell by the reaction in the chat, like it's exactly the reaction that I like. You know why? Because it challenges the perception. It challenges the view of indie comics. Like, wait a second, no cape shit, no action packed stories, no beautiful line art, and no meticulous detail. No, it's about the story being told and about the character that becomes relatable. That's that is the power of a true comic, indie comic, or in this case, a comic strip. And I know some people are gonna like, well, it's a comic strip. We don't do comic strips. We do comic books. It's the same thing. It's sequential art. It uses the same tools. Same rules apply, but it's for a strip. It has to be condensed. So actually, the storytelling in a strip has to be tighter. So it's a lot more challenging because you don't get the benefit of a full page to get to the punchline or to get to the moral or the message of the story. You got to do it in two panels, sometimes three. If you were lucky, you got that Sunday spotlight. You get that whole half of the corner in the newspaper, like the Spider-Man comic strips did. They came out with the hardcover of the Spider-Man comic strips from the news. I wish I could have gotten that, but at the time I couldn't afford it. I think it was like $50 or something. I know people say $50, you could afford $50. Yeah, but at the time I couldn't do it. But yeah, they came out with the hardcover collection of all the Spider-Man Sunday comic strips, not the Sunday ones, but the daily comic strips, including the Sunday ones. That came out, and I was like, wow, that would have been a great collection to great addition to the collection because it told its own story apart from the Marvel comics, mainstream comics. I mean, so it was its own continuity. So it would have been fun to like have it to read it and to follow along with it. But yeah, the Sunday strips they're their own thing, its own world, its own um, stories, their own just their own aura. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Deeper says, I don't think modern women cook big Sunday chicken dinners anymore. No, that's definitely a culture change, and that's it. He said that modern women don't cook Sunday chicken dinners anymore.
Maybe not on Sunday, but we do it.
Sounds like a fight's gonna happen. Big fight. Okay.
Well, tell them how good my chicken is.
She makes good chicken. Very good chicken.
It's not always on a Sunday, though, is it?
No, no, it's not. It's random, but it's okay. I'll take it. It's fine. So, um, okay. So, okay. Okay, it says Kathy worries about being a little chubby, which is common amongst women in the 1980s when small asses were praised by Women's Magazine. Then Sir Mix-a-Lot fixed it. You know what's funny, KSS? It's still a thing today where like if a woman is like 10 pounds above like 90 pounds or whatever, she's considered obese. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with people? what's what's well, I mean, if you ever do a deep dive into the modeling industry, you'll find out why they're pushing that, and it's pretty sinister. But let's just say that women aren't ones telling women what feminine is. So let me tell you what though, like the average man, they like the woman a little meaty. They just want the curves. They want um, all the feminine traits in the right spots. That's it. So, but yes, you're right though. Kathy does have the same concerns that the average woman has in terms of her looks. For starters, uh, I don't know what trailers you guys are talking about, but this is besides the point. You're not on topic, KSS. And who else said it? Me, Mood Woodrow. What trailer are you talking about? What trailer? Anyway, Giefer early in the chat says he likes the guy's vagina mouth. Um, okay. Okay. Oh, you guys are talking about Malcolm in the Middle. I didn't even know they were remaking the shelf. Don't know, don't care. It's besides me at this point. So, Lincoln says I prefer slightly overweight than slightly underweight. Yeah, I think most men do. Yeah, I think we definitely agree on that one. So, Um, okay, I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat. I'm just gonna do it. Smash or pass? Here we go. Let me freak you out. Smash or pass? Let's do this. Let me see how many degenerates in the chat here. So, um, Giefert says, I think the creator got criticized by left people because she was concerned about finding a man, losing weight, etc. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, Giefert, there's some articles, by and this is what I want to talk about. So the artist Cathy Guisewite, she did get criticism by some feminist groups, for example, and I think it was an article I saw online. Let me see, did I have it opened? Let me see if I have it opened. Probably not, but yeah, no, she got pushback by a lot of feminist groups because Kathy was by no means empowering. She was just an average woman, and she had vulnerability. She had moments, periods of anxiety, periods of feeling weak, feeling insecure, feeling what's that other word? Feeling I said insecure, right? Yeah, I said insecure. Um, but she had moments where she felt less. She felt like the average American woman. For the average, actually not even American. I think this is a female trait. Like they go through these periods where they feel inadequate, or they'll feel um the weight of the world, or they feel certain things that we would consider to be, what do you call it? Superficial, and being asked to be held up to that standard. And she went through all that, and a lot of women do too. And again, it speaks to the female psyche. You know, I always talk about men having a unique journey, a unique biological journey, but women do have that too. And don't is it there's an old saying, don't hit the player, hit the game. So like someone like, for example, Tyler Perry made his millions because he tapped into a demographic that no one tapped into, and that was the American black female churchgoers, and that made him into a millionaire. So people like myself, for example, would look at that and be like, that's weird, but it don't matter because it made him a millionaire, and there was a group of people that felt like, oh, they got a piece of artwork that reflected them. Same thing with something like Kathy. It's just you tap into a demographic that may or may not be represented at all, and it'll make you quite a bit of money. And for someone like myself, may not relate to it, but it don't matter because it related to enough people, and it made Kathy Geesewhite, Geesewhite successful. So, mm, okay. KSS is saying, wait, are you asking if I'd smash a cartoon character? What are you, a weirdo? And the answer is Betty Rubble could get it. Oh, I think a lot. You did absolutely Betty Rubble for sure. Speaking of which, people talk about the worst casting choices in history. There is none that I could think of. There's a few, but very few that I could think of worse than Rosie O'Donnell as Betty Rubble. Mm, I would have preferred Holly Berry as Betty Rubble, but no, Rosie O'Donnell was not Betty Rubble. Yes. Dan says Tyler Perry ripped off the Ernest movies and made it for black women. Well, everything in some form or another is a ripoff of something else. But yeah, it made him a lot of money. Yeah, totally. Wait, Ernest? Ernest P. Worrell? Wait, how? I don't. I think so too. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, they're two different. I wouldn't have pegged one for the other. So yeah. KSS says Rosie O'Donnell as Betty Rubble is a slap in the face. I agree. It was a slap in the face. Like Betty Rubble was supposed to be hotter than Wilma Flintstone, and Wilma Flintstone could get it too. But um, yeah, that was a terrible casting decision. And they which they fixed. Well, Elizabeth Perkins was the director, but they fixed that in the sequel though. Even though the sequel was it was what it was. But anyway, so. Hmm. But thank you KSS for what is it, amusing or humoring my question, because you knew where I was going with that, so you humor my question. So at the very least, no one can say that I'm alone in this one. You're one of the vocal few. I'll say that. Gifford is asking olive oil, yay or nay? Did I? Oh yeah, we did. That's a, I may have to do an Easy Secret updated stream. We go more into the Popeye stuff, but yeah, I did ask that question actually in that stream, and I think I got some answers too. People actually answered that one. Mass Panda says Rosie O'Donnell is a terrible casting for any role. Go away. Nobody wants to look at you. Okay, so we got that. And KSS is saying Medea went to camp. Ernest did first. Medea went to jail. Ernest did that. Medea was scared stupid. Ernest was first. Okay, you know what? That's a good point. Yes, there's a. Okay, so yeah, so that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Hmm. Did Ernest ever go to space? Oh, I know. It's different in terms of like what the stories are about. But yeah, I get KSS's point. It's just you know, he did things, she did things, and now we have to have a lawsuit, and we have to sue people, and people got to get out of work and can't feed their damn kids, and the baby daddy got to go and do the drugs. So thank you, KSS, for ruining families with that one. Thank you so much for that. Hmm. Well, KSS has nay for olive oil, so we have a nay for olive oil, and I'm guessing the rest of you who didn't answer are all yays. So that means that Michael Bancroft and Linkovich and Mazepanda would all smash olive oil. So we have that confirmed. Giefford would also smash olive oil because he didn't answer nay, so he would definitely smash olive oil. Um, I don't think KSS even answered that question. Like, yeah, he was. Yeah, so oh no, he said nay. KSS said nay for olive oil. So yeah, he's the only nay, but the rest of you would smash olive oil. So there you go, confirmed. Meanwhile, Woodrow would smash olive oil. Comedy Olsen would smash olive oil, confirmed. Cold confirmation from a lot of y'all. So I guess oh, and Vinziger would smash olive oil too. So I guess olive oil can get it. You guys are degenerates. Stay away from me. Yeah. Anyway, Ernest goes to Black Church was great. Just look at how should have happened. Oh, oh, we have Old Dirty Fatty. Old Dirty Fatty would smash olive oil. That we do. We have confirmation of that too. So yes. So a lot of y'all are definitely hot for olive oil. So that's confirmed. To be perfectly fair though, I think I'd rather smash Cathy. But anyway, you guys do you. I'm sorry, or Dirty Fatty. I know you were making some brilliant comments. I'll go back and check it. Let me see. Oh, I did read that. Oh no, I thought Tyler Perry says, "Oh, Dirty Fatty," tapped into the black crossdresser audience. Um, when you go deep into Tyler Perry's life, that's a whole other rabbit hole. But anyway, we have Idled. Wait, 1 hour intro, bad as testy. Did you just come into the chat? I've totally been talking for a whole hour. Totally. I'm not doing intros, Primathor. I'm talking. I'm clearly talking. And by the way, Idol didn't answer the question either. Oh, that's Primathor, yes. Primathor didn't answer the question either, so Primathor definitely would smash olive oil. So most of you will smash olive oil. That's definitely a confirmation. So there we go. There we go. We've answered that age old question of smash or pass for Olive Oil, who did Monkey Branch. Olive Oil was one of the first Monkey Branchers in comics because she was with that who's the first guy she was with? Hold on, I forgot his name already. The they were in Thimble Theater before Popeye joined, and that version of Popeye is in public domain, which I used, and I'm thinking about using for the updated 50th anniversary comic book. I mean, coloring book. It was Ham Gravy. That's right. Harold Ham Gravy. That was Olive Oil's first boyfriend before she monkey branched over to Popeye. KSS says Woodrow smashing Olive Oil could be dangerous. They both could accidentally start a fire. Yeah, I won't. You said it, not me. I'm not saying nothing. I didn't do nothing. I did nothing, so I'm not gonna say nothing. So there you go. Absolutely. Um, but yeah, so the smash. Okay, so yeah, we got past the smash and pass. So we're gonna walk away from that, but um, we did this one part already. Like I said, I didn't download a bunch of strips because, again, it is what it is, right? It's just the style is what the style. The storytelling, the visual storytelling is the visual storytelling. There's nothing to it with this. It's just um, an average woman doing average things, get to average circumstances, kind of like your typical late '80s, early '90s sitcoms, where Each episode just dealt with people just doing things, and there were circumstances, and you laugh at the circumstances. Hmm. So Twigs Meet Love 2, says me, Lord Woodrow. Shout out to all the Twiggies in the chat. The Twig life. Meme Lord Woodrow lives the Twig life. By the way, he's got some stuff happening in the background, so you guys need to stay tuned for whatever he's coming out with. So don't sleep on Meme Lord Woodrow. He's a twig with a purpose. Shout out to them, to him, to whatever. I don't care. I'm just messing up anyway. So KSS, it will be like two matches rubbing together. We didn't start the fire. Why should you get copyright struck for singing that song? We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. You know, I wrote an addendum to that song because of all the shit that's happened since that song came out. Um, but I won't sing it here. What's up? Who did? Fog Voice? I guess she's oh oh the Fallout Boys. Okay, they did. I just got where the Fallout Boys did a sequel, so better be as good as the first one, an updated version. Okay, so an updated version. So there's KSS dropping a link to Meme Lord Woodrow's first 32 pages of his comic. It's called Okuri Inu. Okuri Inu. Is that? Am I saying it right? Do I gotta say with the Japanese rough voice? Okuri Inu. Okuri Inu. Let me say it one more time. Okuri Inu. I'm totally Japanese. You wouldn't have known I was not Japanese if the picture of Cathy wasn't up. But I guarantee I fooled a lot of you. You guys think I'm a Japanese now, right? You guys think I'm Oriental, but I'm not. I'm just I'm a Westerner. I'm a Gaijin. So Edgelord Wheel in the chat says, I heard your people are responsible for the high gas prices. Kamikaze D words are embargoing the oil. Well, all I know is in Pennsylvania we have the highest gas tax in the country, so that doesn't help. But no, it gas prices are getting fucked all over the country. So, um, mm, so I'm not happy about that. But anyway, Meme Lord Wilder says that's right. Oh yeah, but the that's right. Oh, you talking about the link to the comic or my Japanese? I'm a convincing Japanese. I'm very convincing. It means sending off dog. Oh, okay. So there we have some context. Okuri inu means sending off dog. So when I go sending my dog off to the yard, all I gotta do is say Okuri inu, and they'll go out into the yard and do their thing, and then they come back. So yeah, Yuki's name is Japanese. It means snowball. Hey, I said, do your best, Toshio Mifune. I gotta watch it because oh, like I need to read like so I'm totally convincing. I said some gibberish, but you guys thought I was saying Japanese words, and I probably was, but you'll never know because none of you are Japanese, and I totally just said some nasty things about you, but you guys thought I was being very traditional and being very honorable with you. So the best troll in the world. I'm a troll. I'm totally a troll. God for coffee, soothing my throat, my scratchy throat, my totally scratchy throat. So shout out to the 16 that are watching. I was told that 10 stood around for after the intros, but then six more came on. I'm building, totally building. I'm a Toshiro Mifune fan, says KSS. So I bought a movie not too long ago. No, no, actually no, that was a Sonny Shiba movie. Never mind. No, no, I was gonna say something, but no, that's a Toshiro Mifune's a good actor, very good actor, very legendary. Yeah, he's a very good actor. Um, I liked him was it Yojimbo or no Rashomon? Rashomon, you guys ever seen Rashomon from Akira Kurosawa? That's the one where like um these two men are dueling over a woman, and then one guy kills the other, but each one tells the story of how it happened, and all the stories are different. They're very fascinating look into like how people's biases really affect how they tell a story. I read the original short story that the movie was based on. It was very fascinating. The thing with the movie is that it adds the dead man's story through the uh through some seer. There's a seer that gets possessed by the dead man, and he tells the story through the seer. It's actually spooky, but it's so effective. I definitely recommend checking out Rashomon when you guys get a chance. But yeah, Toshiro Mifune is definitely one of the most legendary actors in the entire planet. Like he should be talked about in the same sentence with Clint Eastwood or John Wayne or Clark Gable or Harrison Ford. To show him if he belongs in that stable of A-list actors. Mm. Uh, Jingo Ronin says none of us are Japanese, huh? Nyangon Mingai Ruo Higuara Jinga Sola. There, see, I read what you wrote, and I'm totally traditional and cultured. So you can't put one on me because I'm totally there. I'm there. I really am there. You know, I have this image up. I need to take it off for a second and connect with the chat because I was going to a little Japanese and some of you thought I was being Japanese. Oh, did I just I thought I heard something. But some of y'all thought I was being Japanese. And you know, uh I'm not. I am definitely not Japanese. So I have to destroy the illusion to show you that I'm not Japanese. Okay, it says Rashomon was great. The same story told from three different perspectives. Mifune stole the show in Seven Samurai and was excellent in Yojimbo and Sanjuro. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, yeah. Seven Samurai was also a good one. Yeah, he was definitely good in that one. He was a standout in that one for sure. I haven't seen the other two, but to me, like Seven Samurai and Rashomon were the two that stood out for me, and especially Rashomon because I told you I read the story first that it was based on, and then I saw the movie, and it was like, yeah, yeah, it's an awesome story, it's an incredible story. Lady Shadowban says hit the like button, hit the like button. So anyway, just say Woodrow's comic, and it looks good. It says Old Dirty Fatty. Um, Inokuri is very good, very good. Hi, like okay, so all right. Uh, I don't know. It posted twice as Meme Lord Woodrow. There you go. So twice is nice. So do it. Absolutely do it. Um, but yeah, it's getting back to the conversation about Cathy. I don't know what else I can add because again, like her story, Cathy Guisewite's story, the artist, she does what a lot of the indie comic artists did, which was she she worked a regular job and she did this on the side, but she was able to financially take care of herself while and afford herself the time to do the drawings for the comic strip, and it overtook her day job, and there you go. She's a success story because of it. And if you're an indie comic artist and you want the key to success, you're gonna have to get out of the bubble in this indie scene. You have to get out of the bubble. Stop listening to some old washed up pros and actually look into what actually did work, and maybe consider that your what you've been told is probably not true. As the old saying goes, don't reinvent the wheel. Well, that same also applies in indie comics. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just use what works. Networking works. Keep your day job, work your regular job to pay your bills while you give yourself the time and the affordability to draw your comics. Hmm. And then maybe you'll be and study why Cathy got popular. She got popular for the same reason Dilbert got popular, for the same reason Calvin and Hobbes got popular. They got popular for a reason. So, hmm. KSS says that I shipped Cathy with John from Garfield. He always was a weirdo. Okay, I'm gonna ask you since you humor me, KSS. I'm gonna ask you. Um, Smash or pass, Cathy or Liz, the dentist that John had a relationship with. Who would you ship with, Liz or Cathy? Old Dirty Fatty said, I only hit the like button to make Lady Shadowband happy. That works. That definitely works. So yes, hit the like button to make Lady Shadowband happy. Oh, we got 18 people watching. How? Okay, look at that. We have 18 now watching. 18 are humoring my discussion on Cathy. As I just asked KSS, would you smash it past Liz or Cathy? I'm just curious to see what his answer is going to be. And he hasn't typed, so that means he's really pondering the question. I hit him with a very deep philosophical one there. He didn't think I would, but I did. I'm one up on you, Kissifus. I'm one up on you. So let's see what you got to say. KSS. Okay, he says Liz was sarcastic, so Liz. So there you go. I think a lot of people would take Liz over Cathy. A lot. Not all, but a lot. Yes, we did. We went there. We totally went there. And I guarantee those of you that didn't answer that question because you're humoring it in your head because you know you would. That's why. So let me not find out. I know you would. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, Cathy. Leah Shadabeh is doing some like work on the side. She's catching up some stuff, so she's not ignoring people. If you're adding her, she's not ignoring people. She's just trying to catch up on stuff. So, um, Tim Oates is wrong. Brandy Carter from Liberty Meadows. That is who he'd smash. Yes, it is. That is very specific. Yes, it is. Well, that is congratulations, Timothy. You totally just derailed everything with that one. That was like wow. Yeah, now I gotta. Let's see. And now I gotta look this up. Okay, so all right, so yeah, so this is a okay. So you totally just like subverted the conversation, Timothy. Totally subverted the conversation. I just looked at what Brandy Carter is, and yeah, I mean, she's obviously attractive, but we're doing we're doing the Sunday strip art style right now. You're off the market, Timothy, and you're off your rocker here. Yeah, Brandy Carter. And don't tell me I have to judge you because I've already judged you, Timothy. You've been judged. I've already judged you. So you can't tell me not to. It's been done. KSS Eliza, if you ask Gemini Holograms or the Misfits, I'm leaving. The answer is the Misfits. The Misfits. Their music's better. They are the Misfits. The Misfits, and they're gonna get her. We didn't even ask about that. Like you understand that the Misfits are the type of girls that make you into a baby daddy, right? KSS. You want kids out of premature one night stands? Go for it. You wreck your life, not mine. So please do it. So Vinziga says, speaking of Rashomon, have you watched the anime called Bungo Stray Dogs? The superpowers for Bungo Stray are named after some books, and there's one guy whose power is called Rashomon. Um, that's interesting. Very interesting. I didn't hear about that anime. There's a lot of animes I do have to catch up on. Like one of them I want to watch is Violence Jack. I saw clips of it on Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta watch that. It's a classic '80s anime, but it's bonkers, pretty violent. So I gotta check that out. There's that, and there's actually an anime from the early '90s. What's it called? That I just found out about. I managed to snag a copy of it, but I have to watch it. So don't know what it's called. I have it saved up somewhere, but yes, it's sure if I pop it up, you guys will know what I'm talking about. It's a wonderful opportunity there for me. So there you go. Bear BC42 is in the chat. He says, "Hey guys, hey Lasman, how's it going? It is going, Bear BC42. It is going to the shitter. So, so there you go. Totally to the shitter. So you came in at the right time. By the way, Bear BC42, smash or pass Cathy. What would you like? I asked all the guys in the chat. The ones that didn't answer are confirming that they would smash. So they're very shamed. But I don't shame them. I don't judge them. I only judge Tomothy. He's the only one I judge. But nobody else gets judged. Billy Parmax. He says, Elasma, hello, my real person friend who deserves respect. I deserve all the respect. And yes, I'm a real person. I'm not Will like Pinocchio. I'm a real person. I have flesh and blood. So you know. You absolutely know. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. So I love how like when I ask the question, nobody else typed the answer because they know. They know. Oh, okay. Um, okay, Bear says, gotta pass, I am married. Well, obviously it's a hypothetical question. I'm not asking you to cheat on your spouses if you're married. I'm just asking a hypothetical question. So but yes, good on you though. I will never ask you to step out of your marriage. So holla holla. Angela Curry's in the chat. She goes, hello, Angela. As somebody in the chat said you look like Cathy. I didn't say that. They said that. So that's that at least. But yeah, they have said it. And we're now up to 21 live viewers. Hello, shout out to the 21 who are. I know I'm getting. I'm blowing up. My channel's blowing up. 21 live viewers. I've cracked the algorithm.
I want you to slap the going up after I said hello and everything.
So she's taking credit, Lady Shut Up, and it's for my spiked viewers. But I just think because I asked the question, people are now finding a safe space. I found a safe space of people that want to bang Cathy. So that's what it is. They're here because they have found brotherhood in that question. So they're here and they're becoming the silent majority. You're not judged here. Totally not. So, um, hmm. But yes, as usual, we had a nice conversation about stuff. Totally, for sure. Mm. But I think with this conversation, I may have to look into like doing the next couple of indie comic out live streams on some of the Sunday comic strip artists, like Gary Larson. I may have to look into him and the artist for Beetle Bailey. Maybe I'll do Beetle Bailey next because Wenger did that comic. He did Dragon Knight Aldrake, and that reminded me of Beetle Bailey so much. We may have to revisit Beetle Bailey and really just again continue to drive the point home about successful comics not being detailed in the art department down to the letter. Uh, Angel says YouTube got linky. Got linky. I don't know what that means. Why is it when I read y'all's chats and comments, it don't make sense? Why? Why? Why do you guys do that? So Tommy, I did Jim Davis. I did him last year, and actually, I had people ask me, why am I doing Jim Davis if he's not like an indie comic dollar? I'm like, no, he's independent. Number one, number two, his art style is definitely outside the mainstream standards, and it made him again just like Cathy Guisewite. It made him a lot of money. So yeah, I covered him. I haven't covered Charles Schultz. I'm gonna cover a lot more people before I do Charles Schultz, but I figured if I'm gonna do the Sunday strip stuff, yeah, we're gonna start with Cathy. We're gonna break some molds. We're gonna just confuse the shit out of people. We're gonna challenge the norms, make you uncomfortable, make you rue the day that you picked up a comic book and started reading, and saying, "I can get into this." You guys are really being hostile to each other in the chat. You guys need to take a second.
Out, babe. It's okay.
No, I don't want bloodshed in my chat. I need them to like take a few minutes to breathe in and breathe out and just recapture your energy. But the acts are coming back. We have the acts coming back in the chat. And no, we're not talking Martians. We're talking Cathy because that was her thing. She did the wait. Who which came first? The who did the acts first? The Martians from Mars Attacks or Cathy? I think Cathy may have pre. No wait. I think she may have predated the Martians from Mars because the Mars. No, actually maybe not because that company came out in the 50s. Yeah. I think Mars Attacks predates Cathy. I think it's so. Mm. Whew. Okay. Hope you guys did smash that like button. Hopefully you did. So we need to aim our hate at the D word. It says Tomothy. Well, nobody's listening to you, Tomothy, because you're in the ban zone. Remember the term and services. If you're in the ban zone, nobody gets to talk to you because you're banned. So there's that. And in case Ethan Scar is watching, that's how you do the joke. That's how you do the joke. If you're gonna swipe my joke, swipe it right. Do it right. That way I can say, "Yep, that's my boy. My boy learned. He learned." I can go and say, "See Ethan Van Skyver doing my band zone joke? That's my boy right there. That's my son, yo. He did it right." Okay. Giefert says, "So late '90s one was a remake. Never knew. Remake of what? What are we talking about? Wait, remake of what? What is it with these non sequitur conversations you guys are having in the chat? What are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about the Mars attacks? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no, no, yeah. That's an old trading card set from like yeah, I think it was in the 50s, I believe. Yeah, no, the 90s. It was a resurgence of it, but the Mars attacks cards were been around for decades. They came out actually. They came out in the 60s, and I think it was 1962 is when they first yeah, 1962 by Tops. That's when they came out, and they were kind of serious. The movie made kind of it made light of it, sort of, but the trading cards were pretty gory. They were very insane, but the artwork was beautiful for the Mars Attacks trading cards. Yeah, 1962 was when it came out. Wait, Kid says, I tried to tell Elasman about Ack on all this stream. He ignored me. I didn't ignore you, Kissifist. It's just that if I'm not running your stream and the host doesn't acknowledge you, I can't do anything about it. Okay? You're not gonna tell me to fight with the host. When the host is running the show, I'm there for the ride. I'm there to encourage the host and his platform and his program. You're not there to take away his rights and his platform rights, Kissifist. What are you, John Malin, Kissifist? Are you John Malin? Huh? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Wallace Wood was a pivotal part of the Mars Attacks cards, says Angela Curry. She's dropping some knowledge. Beautiful knowledge. Um, yeah, I love the artwork for the Mars Attacks comics. I mean the trading cards. I'm sorry. Um, awesome stuff. And that's the one thing I'll give the movie is they did capture the visual aesthetics of the aliens right. For what it's worth, anyway. But you, but who released it? Oh yeah, Topps Company did release the hardcover collection of all the trading cards in one volume. So if you ever wanted to, you could just go and check it out. I know Amazon has it, so yeah. Bear BC42 says, damn, that's cool calling K says John Miller. Well, he pissed me off. Bear BC. He pissed me off. He had it coming. He had it coming. I held it in for a long time, but he had it coming. So there. Keep the gloves up. Yeah, my gloves are up now. They're totally up. I ain't no Shannon. I will punch back and I will win. Bear BC. I will win. Every time I'm gonna win. So that's how we do it. I feel safe because I have the picture of Cathy up and my face is not there. You guys can't really body shame me, so I feel good about that. It makes me feel very safe and protected. I like to cultivate a safe space when I go live and keep my population and keep constituents, my constituents, safe as well. That's how we do it here. Uh, what time is this? 10:32. Let's see. How long have I been streaming for? It says I've been streaming for. Let's see. What does the time frame say? It's been okay. I can't tell. Can't tell because I'm going through the studio here. I guess if I do this, it'll give me a barometer, right? No, it won't. It won't. So I don't know how long I've been streaming for. I could go to the YouTube page, but I mean, I started at 9:12 exactly. So okay, so like an hour and 20 minutes. That's how long I've been going for. It's not bad. An hour and 20 minutes. So it's already 10:33. I started at 9:12. That was the exact time I started because I saw the time when I hit the start stream button and then the go live button. I know, I know. But I usually keep the streams 2 hours tops. If I ever do three, that's because we're having a conversation that just keeps the chat moving. And that's always important. I think I felt it KSS because he stopped typing. So KSS has felt my might. He's felt it. So I think I'm done. I don't think I have anything else to add to this. I think I said what I had to say about it. I think we've learned some lessons from it. We learned the lessons of Cathy Guisewite's journey, her success story, the why Cathy was popular and how it resonated with people, the controversies that came with it, and I think a good comic is one that has controversy, especially from the right people. So totally am all for that. I'm not saying you should make a comic book for the sake of getting the right people to be protesting it or the boycott against it. I'm saying if it happens naturally, then you got gold. Let people protest your shit. Let them hate your shit. The right people hate it. They hate it naturally. That's that's good for long term legacy. That's when people go after my artwork. It's like you guys don't get it. That's gonna add to my legacy. You know, I may not feel it when I'm alive, but you've already given it a spot in the zeitgeist that most of y'all's works are not gonna have. So I thank you for that. Tomothy says, "Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a lot of. Oh, screw you, Tomothy. Screw you. I'm handsome." Kaya says, "I'm sulking." Oral was using the restroom. You mean, or you were using the restroom, not oral. Who's oral? Anyway, I don't know what you wrote there. So no, I don't want to know. Wait, you call me male? Yeah, because you act like Malin. You are 100%. You act like him. So I called you that. Do better. You gotta do better for this community to thrive. We have to thrive as a community, so we're all responsible for each other, and we're accountable for each other. So yeah, do better. You have to, or else we're just gonna shrink and become shriveled prunes. So, it's a yellow peanut. Mazapana says, speaking of which, do you ever think you'll do Spain Rodriguez? He's definitely up there when it comes to cards. So I looked up Spain Rodriguez's artwork, and he's like, I mean, he's better than a lot of the than the indie comic artists that I've done. So he wouldn't be a fit just based on that alone because his stuff is pretty solid. Not that nobody else's stuff is solid. It's just this the artist that I choose for a reason. If I go do someone like Spain Rodriguez, I'm showing somebody that is right up there in terms of like industry standard art. So I'm debating it, but yeah, he's from a different. Even though he's in the same crowd with Art Crumb and Kim Deitch and those guys, he's his own plane as an artist. So I trust me, I've debated it for a while with that guy. I really have. Like, good artist, absolutely. But is he a fit for the indie comic outlier stream that I'm doing? That's the question. So, um, KS says, act like mailing. I'm not drawing dicks. Pretend to still be married, you jerk. We act like one. So there you go. Great Gold Worm is hail chat, hail last man. Hello, Great Gold Worm. We'll be ending it soon, but stick around for another minute or two since you showed up here. And I say hi to the chat. I want to send a last Matt my comic strip, says Mean Lord Woodrow. Yes, go ahead and do it. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's read the comic strip. Sure. Will you do a review of I before E? Does it come after C? Because if it does, I ain't reviewing it. I ain't doing it. So there you go. Yeah, I have not seen Colorform at all. That's good. Hey, you know what? That's a good thing, KSS. I'm glad we haven't seen Colorform. That means that this Unita has been united tonight. It's functioned. We held hands as a family, and it's healthy. So it's great. 100% great. Meme Lord says he DM'd it on X. I guess he wants me to look at it now. Let's see here. He says this is a strip he did, which is a homage to Spy versus Spy. My thing is doing that thing. Hold on. I gotta hit refresh because it's doing the thing where lately on my XDMs, I'm getting like when I get files, the pictures of video, I get the buffering thing, so it doesn't load properly, and it takes a minute before I can actually see something being sent to me. Yeah, it says failed to load, so uh, I'll have to shut my browser down and then reopen it, meme lord, so I can see it. But we'll do it for the next stream. I'll show you a strip at the next stream, and then we'll talk about it before. No, he did a comic strip. 20 minutes. Anyway, so yes, I don't see color form in the chat. KSS. Sorry, she left you. She abandoned you, color form. You got abandoned by color form. Sorry, KSS. So there you go. So anyway, no, it's not your fault, Woodrow. It's something either on my end or something with X. But the thing is, like, someone had sent me a trailer to a comic yesterday, and it was doing the same thing, not just on my PC, but on my phone as well. So it's an X thing, I guess. But yeah, it'll definitely be viewable for next stream for sure. So hang in there. I'll show it for the next stream. Definitely. Um, I think I'm gonna run my course. I think I'm gonna hit the gamut, hit the wall, hit the something. I don't know. Something or other. Kaya says, Elasma, tell Lady Shadowband Kaya says it's happy birthday. She acknowledged it, so okay, so let's call it a stream here. But thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you hanging out with me. I know I started late, but I was getting some work done and I wanted to feel like I've accomplished something before I hit the stream button. But I should have an update on the Pumpkin War Patch comics next week. So it's been solid, it's been real. Meanwhile, it's X been real shitty lately. Yeah, X has been spotty for sure. So I feel good knowing it's not me. So I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. KS is asking if it's over. KS is asking if it's over. You tell me.